Do you think all the clips you saw are sources of noise? So, it relates back to different age groups. We have 3 age groups: below 25, 25 to 50, and above 50. As our documentary focuses on different age groups' perception of noise, while our hypothesis thinks that noise perception varies with age. So what is sound and what is noise? According to the Environmental Protection Department, sound is a form of energy that our ear can detect, which is transmitted by different pressure variations. So what is noise? Noise is unwanted sound, so it basically depends on different factors. So sound can be considered as noise. Let's try to identify common source of noise. Can you tell us some sources of noise?
Construction work, vehicle, beep, transportation, and the neighbors are speakers at night.
People talking, people walking, air conditioning, water boiling, people moving their chairs around in the library.
I think mainly from traffic.
Human noise and traffic.
To me, I think it's a lack of noise.
Machine from people in the street.
Causing somebody feel uncomfort. You speak louder than the background noise.
The train noises, also music noises when the music is not so good.
There are 3 parts of the ear: the outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. The outer ear is the most visible part, which collects the sound wave. Then, it directs them through the external auditory canal until they reach the tympanic membrane, which the tympanic membrane will vibrate due to the sound waves. The 3 tiny bones of the ear: malleus, incus, and stapes. These bones transmit the vibration through the oval window and stimulate the sensory cells of the organ of corti, which then analyzes the waves and transmits the message as an impulse to the brain through the auditory nerve.
We will now conduct an experiment to check the sensitivities for noise on different age groups. The experiment will play 5 different soundtracks at different levels to imitate the actual loudness. At the same time, we will give a simple chart with different sound levels listed for the interviewer to fill in. The experiment can serve as an indicator towards people's ideas and sensitivities toward these noises. The result from the experiment data, as we have interviewed a total 60% in each categories. From the data shown, it could be seen that there is positive trends from young age to old age, as the old age has the lowest percentage of correctness, which is 45%, but the young age also were not 100% correct, and this could be due to their age factors. The result of the standard deviation among different age groups shows that all young age participants choose the correct answer for question 2, which is the airplane soundtrack, while the old age group has the most number of incorrect answers. Almost all age categories choose the correct answer for question 5, which is whispering soundtrack. From the experiment result, it could be seen as a downhill trend for incorrect answer selections as age progresses.
We are now going to interview a professor from the neuroscience department who will tell us more about the influence of aging and also loudness. on the hearing ability. Now we get in. How aging affects the hearing ability?
For aging, the hair cells will die mainly because of the life cycle of all body organs, and they have the period of functionality in which, as aging occurs, the loss of hair cells in the ear could be natural. And then the second factor could be the brain. The CNS could degenerate in those parts which receive the auditory impulse, could analyze it wrongly or receive even. And the final possible cause could be due to the attack of virus, in which it could directly attack the hair cells in the ear or the brain. One type of this disease is called white breast neuritis.
Finally, to conclude, different age groups did have a certain variation on their perception on noise, judging from both the interview and experiment. The most common noise sources were said to be construction and traffic. Another factor for the variation in results is due to sensitivity, as aging affects the sensitivity and reduces their threshold. Thus, old people may not even consider traffic noise to be a noise anymore. The surprising part could be when the young also had a certain percentage of incorrectness. A possible factor for this could be due to damaging the hearing by listening to loud music. Well, it really comes down to whether we can maintain noise perception. We can maintain it by having a healthy lifestyle and avoid exposure to loud noise, and wear safety measures if needed, such as protective headphones.